Later that night, the next day, one day, the rat leaves his hiding place and makes his way into the yard, going for the fence hole and sneaking into the Krusty Krab. He enters the Krusty Krab window. One day, SpongeBob was about to make the match. He accidentally spilled something on the floor, so he was about to clean the floor. But before he was about to clean the floor, he accidentally sprayed his eyes. He says, "My eyes!" in the...
Cause you knew that I called you up. You've been go around everybody in LA. Cause you knew that I'd be at one.
Just like that, when SpongeBob says, "My eyes!" And then the spray goes under the grill, and the rat goes under the grill. While he's not looking, the rat goes under the grill to hide. And then SpongeBob says, "Uh-oh, the spray, it went under the grill." I could do this. And then he stuck his hand through the grill, even though the grill is dark down there. And there's a rat under the grill. And then SpongeBob thought he caught the spray, but he caught the rat. He says, "Aha, got you!" And then SpongeBob accidentally caught a rat, and the rat saw him with the creepy face. And I'm absolutely right. The rat has yellow eyes, sharp teeth, sharp claws, a long tail, and a pointy nose. The rat saw him with the creepy face, and then SpongeBob says, "Ah, a rat!" And then the rat began to crawl on him around, and then SpongeBob gasped as the rat crawls on him around. And then Squidward says, "Nothing happens in this day." And then SpongeBob says, "Squid!" And then Squidward says, "Why did I say that?" In the...
I know that dress is karma, but if you regret, you got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all upon you, what you expect.
Just like that, when Squidward says, "Why did they say that?" And then SpongeBob says, "Word!" And then Squidward closes the curtains. And then Squidward says, "Krusty Krab." And then SpongeBob says, "Help!" And then Squidward says, "What?" And then SpongeBob runs around while screaming while the rat chases him. And he ends up getting bitten on the leg while the rat chases him. And then Squidward says, "Why are you screaming about?" And then SpongeBob says, "A rat! A rat! A rat! A rat!" And then Squidward looks down. The rat is hard at his tentacle, and the rat is bitten his tentacle, and the rat is bitten his leg. Squidward was so scared and terrifying. The two of them jumped onto the grill, and the two of them are holding on to each other, huddling each other, because they were so scared and so terrifying as the rat wanders around. And then they said, "Mr. Krabs!" And then Mr. Krabs says, "What's all this noise?" And then SpongeBob says, "There's a rat in the..."
But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart.
Just like that, when SpongeBob says, "There's a rat in the Krusty Krab." And then Mr. Krabs says, "What are you talking about, boys? A rat is a giant mouse, not a giant creature. It looks like a giant creature, but this rat can't scare me." And then the rat climbs on Mr. Krabs' claw. And then the rat crawls on Mr. Krabs' claw. He climbs on Mr. Krabs' claw. And then the rat is on top of Mr. Krabs' claw. Mr. Krabs says, "Ah! And then the rat jumps off his claw, and then Mr. Krabs ends up joining the fun. So Mr. Krabs gets on top of the grill, and now SpongeBob, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs, all three of them are huddling each other. They were so scared and so terrifying on top of the grill as the rat wanders around. And then Mr. Krabs says, "The grill is still on, isn't it?" And yes, the grill's still on, so their feet were burning. They said, "Ah!" And then they jumped off the grill to cool off their feet in the toilets? That's so funny! SpongeBob, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs are cooling off their feet in the toilets? I gotta tell Gemini about that. Anyways, back to the script. They look for the rat, and they spotted the rat. SpongeBob says, "There it is, I'll get it." And the...